Welcome to the 2023 Winter Classic Student Cluster Competition Studio Update Show. Now, here are your hosts, Dan Olds and Addison Snell.
Hello and welcome. I'm Dan Olds, and welcome to another episode of the 2023 Winter Classic Invitational Student Cluster Competition Studio Update Show. My usual partner, Addison Snell, is out on assignment. Meanwhile, we're going to be talking to the team from UC Santa Cruz, who's been making some waves lately in the competition. How y'all doing today?
Great.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good? You having a good time?
Mhm.
We've got five of the students in the media complex on the UC Santa Cruz campus. Plus, we've got one of them remote. So let's go around and meet you. I'm going to go ahead and start with you, Victor, since you're remote. So tell us who you are and what your deal is.
My name's Victor. My name's Victor. I'm a freshman at UC Santa Cruz.
What are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in computer science.
Okay, good. That's a good fit for this. What kind of stuff have you been working on mainly for the team?
I mainly try running I guess for the first competition thing. I was trying different parameters for the HPL and HPCG programs.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Then for the second competition, I just did the challenges they gave us.
Okay. Good. Okay, now let's go to the media complex, and let's start on the left-hand side. If you want to just introduce yourselves and we'll work around.
I'm Mark. I'm a junior transfer studying applied math. And,
Okay. Well, is that come in handy so far?
It's come a little bit in handy for understanding some of the algorithms that we're optimizing, but definitely a computer science engineering project for sure.
It is. Yeah, it is. So who's that next to you?
I'm Kyle. I'm a senior in computer science.
Okay. So what have you been doing so far?
So far for the competition, I haven't had as much time to work on it as everybody else. I'm planning to do a lot more next week for the next competition. I've been kind of looking into just sort of generally HPC stuff though in the meantime.
Okay, so just kind of an all-around guy then, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. Then to your left, we've got one of your advisors. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Nilesh. I'm a second year master's student studying computer science at UC Santa Cruz.
And this isn't your first competition either.
No, I participated in ISC last year. And yeah, that was a good learning experience and sort of helped me understand the format of these competitions and has helped me, help the team prepare for this competition. So, yeah.
Very good. So, other side of the table, who wants to start?
I'm Alexander. I'm a freshman computer science major. And for what I've been doing is I've been working with everybody. We're just working together mainly, trying to figure out what the applications are, how do we run them, and then working on the challenges, brute forcing our way to get the most performance. I don't know how well that has been working.
Well, we will see. We'll discuss some scores in a minute. So who's next?
Right here. I'm Aiden. I'm also a freshman studying computer science. And what I've been doing in this program is just all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Building applications, running them. It's I think it's a 3-step process. Four, I guess. You learn, and then you build, and then you run, and then you optimize.
Yes.
That's what I've been doing.
Actually, I'd put a 5th step in there. Just before optimize is characterize.
What do you mean by that?
So, well, that's profiling. Application profiling is the name that's typically known as. And there are tools out there, free tools that, and some for pay, but that will take a look at your application as it runs in the cluster and show you where the bottlenecks are and where you should start optimizing, where the most profit is in optimizing.
Because like I felt, especially for like HPL and HPCG, I felt like I was changing numbers, but I knew what they did, but I didn't know like how they were affecting the performance.
And that's a good point. And actually, I've had some people that professionally run HPL on big systems, and they tell me there's a lot of art in that. It's not just a science in picking a high number and a lower number, then interpolating to find the best. It has a lot to do with where memory and where data is located and all of that, and getting it in the right shape, I guess, is the best, maybe the decent word for it, to allow for that maximum number. So cool stuff. And last but not least, you are...
I'm Jia Cheng. I'm a first year at UC Santa Cruz. I'm maybe going for computer science BS, and I'm doing in the team is I built the Athena application and tried multiple parameters and tried to see the graphical difference between different builds. And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sue, you've got 3 freshmen on your team, which is quite a few freshmen. How's that working out?
It's working out.
Pretty good. Yeah.
It's definitely a learning experience.
Yeah.
You're building for the future with that.
Yeah.
I mean, seniors are going to be old news pretty soon, but these guys are the future. You guys are doing pretty well in the competition. You pulled in, looking at this, you pulled in number 3 on LinPack by just 3 points.
Wow.
2.99 points. I don't know if you've seen those results. They're up on the web now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see an article on it's on our website. It's also on HPC Wire, our media partner. But this show breaks down the scores and reveals the leaderboard. So you ought to be keeping up on that. But yeah, you were only 2.99 points off the pace, off of 100%, getting 100% for LinPack. Now, HPCG, you did even better. You were less than 1.5 points behind getting first place on that. So you were second place on HPCG. Let me ask you if you almost fell into this trap. There were several teams that started kind of late in the week. I'm working on HPL and HPCG, and they started on HPL first and then found themselves getting wrapped around the axle with different permutations and testing and all of that. And they left HPCG for last and ended up not finishing it.
We were kind of doing both of them at the same time. Like once we get bored of HPCG, then we'd be like, then we move on to the other one.
Do some LinPack.
One better, and then then we move on back and forth.
That was smart. It made you. There were 5 teams that couldn't turn in a score for HPCG.
How many teams are there total?
What's that?
How many total teams are there?
12.
Wow.
Yeah, I was really surprised because like when we were looking at the jobs for the supercomputer, it was like only our team running them. So I was like, where's everybody else? Aren't there,
they
like,
waited.
Teams?
They held off. Yeah. I believe that's a lesson that they've learned now. But get working as early as you can and work on everything you need to work on. So this isn't public yet, but it'll be public probably before this interview goes public or very close to it. You ranked number 1 in the Oak Ridge Challenge.
Nice.
Yay.
Yeah, by about 3.5 points. And then the next closest team was at 89. So you built a little room in there.
When you say points, what does that mean?
A normalized score.
Okay.
So we take a raw score from the actual numbers you guys generated, then we normalize that. So the top team is 100%, and then everybody else's score is worked off of that.
Okay, that makes sense.
So overall, I guess you probably want to know that, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Okay, sure. You are sitting in second place with 362.81 points. First place is only about 25 points ahead of you.
Wow.
The Channel Islands High Performance Dolphins at 287.4. So you're in this. You are deeply in this. You are very close. And there's still 300 points or so left to go.
Yeah.
So good job.
We didn't
Very
expect
impressive.
we did not expect that we were doing this good.
Yeah, for sure. Like
You are.
most of us are freshmen. Like this is our first time coming into this, but like I'm glad that we're doing so well.
Yeah.
You got it. Keep it up. Keep
With
it up.
I was just having fun.
Yeah, it was just exploration all the time.
Yeah.
Like I really have to thank like both Neil for like teaching us how to just teaching us the basics of HPCG, like HP everything about supercomputers. Before the competition started, Neil
That
just gave us like a crash course. Like once a week, we just sit there and you just learn. And that was really helpful. And also I really have to thank Victor. He's really been doing a lot for the team. Like, yeah. He's been like sort of
He's been all over the place.
Yeah, he has been.
And getting started early was a great idea. I mean, Neil, that really helped a lot.
For sure.
As we can see by the scores. So what's been the hardest challenge so far, do you think?
I think for me, it's like just getting started. Like there's just so much information you have to absorb.
Yeah.
And I've got school too. It's like I have to think about so many different things. And it's just like finding time just to get started and just actually start running tests and building the application.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's real life. I mean, that's how it works in real life. Your plate gets overloaded at times and you just got to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many of you knew that HPC was a thing before this competition? One, kind of, sort of, little bit.
Competition that was existing or high performance computing?
High performance computing, supercomputing, that it was something you could do.
I didn't think that I would be able to do it, but I knew like it existed. I knew there were people that were working on it to use supercomputers for many different tasks. But I wasn't expecting to actually be using them until maybe never.
Well, you know, the systems you're running on with HPE, those are well over $1 million worth of hardware.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And pretty cool to be able to use that kind of power. What any of you thinking about careers in HPC? Or does this make you think along those lines at all?
It does, definitely.
Yeah. Aiden and I applied to some internships relating to it.
Oh, very cool. Where?
At NERSC. And
cool.
Yeah, they had offered some stuff at Berkeley and we were just like interested, so might as well.
Well, let us know if we can do anything to help you along in that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we're always good for a letter of recommendation or anything along those lines, or making some calls even. So yeah, that's what we're here to do. That's the whole deal about this. We want to get you jobs in our industry. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And be sure and use this on your resume too, because NERSC knows about this competition.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Yeah, we had to edit our resume right before because we forgot to put it on.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So next up is NASA, which I think they're starting it today, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow. Okay. Have you looked at the training stuff yet?
I watched a bit of it, but like I got through like a quarter of the video. Well, more than that, like 2/3. It's because daylight savings, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, daylight savings. It's horrible. It's horrible.
I know. I thought I wanted to wake up at 8 a.m. today. I woke up at 11.
Yeah. So the 1 hour shift in time causes you to shift.
I just blame daylight savings. Okay, it's not
Yeah.
me.
Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah. No, of course. That's obvious to everybody out there that it's you. So that's not you. Well, thank you all for being here. Anybody want to say hi to mom and dad or anything? No?
Be watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be watching. Yeah, I'm sure.
Don't even
We've
know.
got millions of fans out there, millions and millions of fans.
Really?
They'll be watching. Well, no, but there are hundreds and maybe thousands. Actually, though, we are getting a lot of push and a lot of traction in social media. We're getting multiple thousands of people picking up on the social media stuff from this. So good. And help us push that. Anyway, again, it's been great to have you. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and good luck. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, for sure.
And thank you guys again.
Yeah, it was great talking to you.